Right guys, it's that time of the week again where we do media related stuff, notably MCS204, and this is my review of the Remix Theory reading for week 5, which is by Navas, which is a great name. Okay, so the first thing that stood out for me this week was the different types of musical remix. According to Navas, we've got the extended remix, the selective remix, and the reflexive remix. So in typical fashion from my past few videos, I've got some examples for you. This one is Steve Angello and Laidback Luke. It's Show Me Love extended remix, featuring Robin S, and basically it goes like this. The song goes on for 6 minutes and 42 seconds. As Navas states in the reading, the extended remix was made for DJs to make a song more mixable. Okay, so the next one we've got is the selective remix. I think, yes it is, I did good. This one is, well, I'm going to have to do a little bit of self-promotion here. This is one I've done myself. It's a remix of Bonkers by Dizzy Rascal, some stuff by Dawley, and some stuff by Kid Cudi, which you'll probably recognise when you hear it. The selective remix takes little bits of songs and adds other bits and kind of remixes it that way, so let's have a little listen to this one. I hope you like it, because I did this 2 years ago actually, so it's not even new, but there we go. There we go. Please excuse the awful sound quality. So the reflexive remix is basically a remix that claims to have autonomy. It's kind of made up of, it's really similar to the original. An example of how this works is something in like sort of electronic music. It's called the VIP remix, which means varied in production. So basically these remixes tend to be done by the original artist, and they vary really slightly, but they still sound good, and it's still a remix because, as Navas says, a remix is a rearrangement of something already recognisable. So there we go. This one is by Andy C. It's called Heartbeat Loud, and this is his VIP remix. We'll have a little listen. Again, if you know the original, then you'll know the difference between that and the VIP remix. If you don't, then you probably won't know the difference, but that's the beauty of the VIP remix. So some of the other elements of the reading start talking about like remixes in general social life. I found this kind of stuff really interesting, especially because as a DJ and like producing music and stuff, if someone says remix, it's just a remix, isn't it? Like a musical remix, I mean. So for someone to be able to kind of look at general kind of social life and things like buildings and look at how their remixes, that's just really cool, I think. Anyway. One part that did stand out to me was the stuff about Google News. Navas says, although Google doesn't produce any content, they compile and mash up material from major newspapers around the world. So the users that are reading these kind of things, they get in like a remixed experience because it's news from all sorts of different sources being put together into one mix, so to speak. Again, another part that stuck out to me that I found really interesting was the stuff at the end, chatting about the social space, Web 2.0, and how buildings in major cities are like mashups, because they're made up of all these different like companies, a lot of them covered with advertising, which then got me thinking about how like culture jamming and that kind of thing is like a remix mashup. Generally the whole thing's pretty interesting. The remix is rebellious, because it's kind of like all sorts of copyright laws, and a lot of remixes just about bypass them. It's all really interesting to me anyway, so I really enjoyed this week's reading, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please interact with my Tumblr and all those kind of things.